So perhaps you, like my friend Sharon, actually know that the audience has objections, but you don't quite know how to counter them because no one's brought them up yet. Here's how to head their objections off at the past. Let's start first with going backwards a little bit and letting you know that when people are resistant and when they're difficult, it's because they believe you don't get it. When they know that you know, they can actually get on board with you. So you need to do, with objections, you need to do a little bit of a mind read. This goes back to a particular technique some people call the 4 yeses. When people actually say yes 4 times, agree with you 4 times, then they tend to agree with you on the 5th time. And this is what we call pacing. Essentially setting out their problems, setting out their ideas in a way that they get them. That's pacing. John Grinder, Richard Bandler, the founders of NLP, used to say that resistance is a sign of insufficient pacing. If I don't believe that you get me and understand my bit, if you can't say what I'm thinking, then I will resist you. I will be like a donkey that just doesn't want to go to market. And when you do actually set me up a promise I can believe is exactly what I want, and a pace that I know is actually about who I am, then you get to lead and I will listen. So here's how it works. What we'd love it to do is we'd love to be able to go lead, 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 lead. You should trust me. I am fantastic. My work is reputable, and just do it. That's what we'd love to be able to do. And some of us have that privilege, but we earned that right by doing this. 4 paces. Remember the 4 yeses? 1, 2, 3, 4 yeses, and then a lead. This lead is what you want them to believe. So let me give you an example. Let's assume that you are dealing with someone. So I'm going to use my own program. I'm currently doing a program in a public sector agency, helping them administer or improve the way they administer their training programs. So a pace for them would be, you've been administering training programs for a long time. See how it's just a fact. One of my friends, my friend Rhonda, calls this pacing is stating the obvious. You've been administering training programs for a long time. That's the first pace. You have tried over the years to improve how you do things. Again, obvious. This is true. You've talked to me about some of the problems that you've had in the recent past around being unable to deal with the amount of workflow that you have. Clear. 4th pace. And every now and then you wonder if there's a better way to do it. Now, given them 4 paces, the ideas that I will give you today will help you do that. Now, I know that that's true, but a lead can be something that's not true but you wish for true. Paces are always true for the individual to whom you're speaking. They may not be something you believe, but something but it's definitely something that they believe is true. So you do 4 paces and then you lead, and then you can't just go lead, 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 lead. No. Then you do 3 paces and a lead. So I would continue, my presentation would continue along the lines of, right now you are processing X number of programs, and next year you plan to process Y number of programs. You have this many staff and you're struggling, so there's another pace in there if you like. There are 6 things that you can do to fix this. I just made that up because I haven't written the report yet. I don't know exactly how many things there are, but X number of things. So that's a lead. You see that this is true, but they must believe it. Now you can have stronger leads. So you can actually, this lead can be something like, you can trust me, I've done my homework. This lead could be, everything I tell you today is watertight in terms of evidence. So then Again, we don't get to lead. No, we have to pace, lead. By the way, pacing is wonderful because it also gives you time to think. It slows down your thinking and it allows the client, the people you're presenting to actually get a grip of what you're doing. So we're back in the presentation and I say, by the way, if you have facts about their organisation, facts as I do because I've been doing a number of weeks of analysis, facts are priceless paces because they can't dispute them. They've told you. Now I've looked at your data, so here's a pace. Looked at your data and you do 7,800 training hours per year. That's a 2015 calendar. In 2016 you plan to do, let's say, 9,000 training. You need to do something differently and I know what that is. Cool. And then down to a single pace. You've asked me for a report. This report is very thorough and has everything you need to get your job done. See how this report is very thorough and has everything you need? Could or may or may not be true, but I'm making it lead with a pace before it. It's more likely to be taken on. Then, if they're following me, if I'm seeing nods, if I'm seeing that all the facts I've presented so far are great, then I can say, you need to do this, and you need to do this, and you need to do this, and you need to do this. You need to do this, and you need to do this. All these leads. But first, I have to earn that right by pacing. And by the way, if I get resistance here, then I continue to do 4 paces in a lead. It is very tricky, but it's worth it when you get down to doing all the leads. There's a few links to some written articles from different situations about using pacing and leading. The links are below this video.